Hello. Creepy. So creepy. So creepy. I honestly don't know why it has to be so creepy all the time. Anyway. Hey guys, hey. See Blaney, hey. Inverloch. Living in Alaska. Good. Creating with Amy, hi. Laura Havoc, yo. Andrea, hello. Now, how do I say this in from Argentina? It's Inés Bustos. I'm sorry, I tried my best. Elsa, what a coincidence you're wearing that shirt because Pompeii is one of my special interests. So there you go. This was when I competed in the first annual Pompeii Fun Run. Half God, half beast. Yo. Inverloch, love your lives. Welcome. I'm happy to be here. Hey, Whitney, how you going? An atypical, alienated, hyper-focused flow oddball. Hey, Orion and all that is present. Rogue Bard. Hello from North Carolina. Yo. Hello from Brazil. From, how do I say this? Luana Aries, maybe? I'm sorry. James with a Y. You know, have you changed your name based on me saying that to you constantly? You haven't changed your name just because that, have you? I always say, hey, it's James, and there's Y, and there's a James with a Y. That's literally what I say. Greetings from Spokane, WA, which presumably means Washington, maybe? Yes, you pronounced it tight. Oh, wow. Okay. Thank you. But I said it 3 different ways. Inés. I pronounced it right. Tight is better. Hello from Flowery Branch, Georgia, USA. Melissa. Hey, Melissa. Good luck in the shirt. Elsa, after a thank you. Recently diagnosed at age 39. Well, an atypical alienated hyperfocused flow oddball. Welcome. Whitney, you're hanging in there. How am I? Guess what, Whitney? It's 11:37 a.m. on Monday, the 3rd of Feb, and I now have 2 children at school. Day one of school. Since they left at 8 o'clock, I've already recorded a podcast for my podcast channel, not this channel, my podcast channel. I've recorded the podcast for that. And I've showered, had a coffee. I'm on to my second coffee. I went to the shops. Got things we needed for the house. I've come home from the shops and I'm live streaming you guys on my first day back. So I think that's a big accomplishment. You'll all agree. After 2 months being at home with the family, I am alive and I can't believe it. So yeah. So summer as a season doesn't end until the end of Feb in Australia, but summer as a school holiday ends at the end of January. So we in Australia, our school year is a calendar year from the start of Feb until early December. So Conan has gone into grade 5. In Australia, we call it grade 5, year 5. And And Hugo, our youngest, has just started school, my friends. First day at school for Hugo. We call it prep. Goes prep, then grade 1. You might call it kindergarten. Anyway. So I am an autistic dad, and I have 2 kids who are now both in standard full-time school. So hopefully Hugo's having a good day. I've been, just so you know, Hugo is here in spirit because that little dinosaur behind me up there, he built for me and said, can you put it in your study? So you can see the dinosaur he put in here. Anyway, so I'm there. Hugo is very happy today. I'm not going to bore you, but I will bore you. He's very happy today because Cody Rhodes beat that horrible villain with a beard, KO. I think it's Kevin Owens, at the Royal Rumble yesterday. I'm not joking when I say that this is a true story, before Cody Rhodes won, and it looked like he was going to lose, Hugo, who's 5, got very distressed. I think he even started yelling and crying to the point where I said, you know what, buddy? I'm absolutely sure Cody Rhodes is going to win this fight. And instead of being a normal dad, I said, because Cody Rhodes only became the champion, kind of this time last year, and he's on the face of the games and he's the face of the league, and I just can't see how the champion of the WWE would lose. So even though it looks like he's losing, I promise you, if you hang in there, I'm absolutely certain that Cody Rhodes is going to, I actually said, split this man in half, or bend this man in half, and he will win. I promise you, trust me, I'm an autistic dad and I tell the truth. And believe it or not, I picked him up and sat on the couch, and he sat on my lap, and we watched the rest of the fight, and Cody Rhodes proceeded to pick up KO and throw him down onto a ladder and, in effect, split him in half. I literally predicted what was going to happen. So, Hugo was over the moon. Cody Rhodes won. He got the 2 belts, and all he kept saying was, he's 5. Does Cody Rhodes have to go into the Royal Rumble now? I'm like, no. The Royal Rumble is for people to win, to fight him. He doesn't have to. I've got to explain it to him. Anyway, and then John Cena got to the final 2 in the Royal Rumble, and again, I'm not trying to bore you. Hugo, who's 5, loves John Cena. He always goes like, he rips his shirt, he takes his shirt, rips it off, and you can't see me. And John Cena got to the final 2, and it looked like he was going to win. He picked the other guy up on his thing, and then somehow the other guy got down and pushed him in the back, which wasn't a real wrestle move, and he lost because if you hit the ground, anyway. So he was devastated. That John Cena lost. He was devastated. So we had a good and a bad ending to that. But anyway, it just is what it is, my friends. It just is what it is. Also, I looked up on the WWE shop, the Australian version. Did you know that to buy a WWE T-shirt for a kid, so like a Cody Rhodes WWE kids T-shirt in Australia, costs anywhere from $70 to like $120. What in the hell? So if you guys see any Cody Rhodes kids T-shirts in your neck of the woods in a different country, way cheaper, please let me know. He is 5 years old, and his current size is probably more like size 7. He's a unit. He will beat Cody Rhodes eventually. But anyway. If there's any Cody Rhodes kids T-shirts in a thrift shop, I will pay them the full price. All right. 69 people watching. 68 now. Good, because that stopped me doing a joke. Better than watching. 68. Okay. Well, that fixed that joke real quick. Now, let's get back on track, my friends. What should I What have I missed out on? I'm very apologetic for missing out on these comments. Also, if you want to know, by checking on Instagram, I made sure that I did this live stream. I held it back a bit late. So Jen from Neurodivergent couldn't be here. I made sure she was busy. I figured she's in my new video, which was out today. I don't know if you guys saw the video I put out today, but Men vs. Women. She's at the end of it. Because I won't ruin the joke of why she's on it. I just made sure she couldn't be here. So I'm certain she won't be here. And if she does if she does pop up, we can pretend she couldn't because she must have ruined something else to be here. So I'm certain she won't be here. So thank God for that, because I had, frankly, just about enough of her. Whitney and James of the Y, the most recent things you mentioned and talking about, I acknowledge, I saw, I understand, but I've been asked to not vocalize it and bring light to it and stuff. So I'm just going to say I agree and thanks for sharing it, and I'm just going to move on. Autistic Tech would like to see a live stream with Orion and Neurodivergent. We've done some before. You maybe tell her and we'll do it on her channel. The only reason why I say that is because, I like to help the little people and, especially people like her who will never be successful. And if I do it on her channel, maybe more people will watch and she might feel what it's like to be good just for a few minutes. And then I'll leave and that'll be that. Anyway, Rogue Bard, thanks for inviting Jen for that video. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Faye, you're just going to go to bed because I know it's really late where you are, 12:45 a.m. in the UK. So you should sleep. Maybe, listening to a live stream will help you go to sleep. I doubt it. The video with Jen is accurate. So, Royal One, thank you. So the video that I could put out today was the differences with men and women in diagnosis. But I really wanted to talk to, someone who had experienced that late diagnosis-wise and, even better, has an autistic son. So I could really talk about it from a woman's point of view. So, that's the last part of the video. Make sure you go and check it out. Roberta, they're all definitely jokes about Jen. There's no negativity there. We're great friends. And our way of showing that is by, giving each other crap. Not an uncommon thing for autistic people, but certainly our way of showing friendship. So where are we here? Let me catch up. It's great to see everyone, by the way. I really appreciate you being here. Hey, Jackie. Who else? Autistic Tech? I don't know that. How does that make you feel? Roberta, I totally understand the autistic challenge of knowing when someone's joking or not. Totally get it. And in fact, I would say that because it's me giving it out, I'm obviously willing my brain to give it out, and therefore I know. But sometimes I've got to ask her or other people, are you taking the piss out of me, or are you making fun? So, yeah, absolutely can relate to that 100%. Oh, good. Okay. I'm glad people are in the comments of enjoyed the video that got put out today. Thank you, guys. I'm glad it's helpful. What are we working on now? Good question. Good question. Lots is this short answer. The one thing I can say is, this is not. I'm a great salesman. There's no question about it. And this is a great example of that. There's absolutely no way you're going to be interested in the video I'm making for next week. There's absolutely no way you're going to like it. I'll be interested in it. So well done. Good job for me. I've been getting quite a few emails about making content and how I do it and what my advice is and what I would suggest and what equipment do I use and all the things that I've learned and blah blah blah. And I decided, rather than typing emails, which I really hate, I would just make a video. So I just recorded a video talking about, how to make content if you're a neurodivergent person, if you're autistic and you want to make some content, and how do I do it and what I use and what I used when I first started out and how I've progressed along the way. So I'm working on that to come out next week. And it's basically a video about, how you can how creating content differently is good and how you can do it as an autistic person, because people ask me all the time. Yeah, exactly. Emails suck. I'm not great with emails. So yeah, that's the video I'm working on, which it occurred to me that, look, that's a very niche topic video. Not many people want to be content creators, presumably. So, it's probably a horrible video, but I don't kind of do it for that. I more do it for the interest of it and to help people. And you know what? Worst case scenario, you get to hear my, what do you call it? In like a superhero movie, my story line, anyway, you know what I'm talking about. You get to hear where I came from and hear me talk a bit about the equipment I use and what I use now and different ways I go about doing things. Origin story, Whitney. Well done. Good job. So it's my origin story. So yeah. Vicious Spiral Alpha, welcome. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. All keychain, no keys. Welcome. Who else do we have? Faith, hey, so glad to find your channel. You have been such a blessing. Thank you. O'Daly's Portillo, I think it is. Who else do we have? Living Alaska. We'll definitely watch it. I've set up our channel with an Android and a GoPro, so it's time to start making improvements. Living Alaska, that sounds perfect for me. Autistic Tech, also Origin Story. Thank you. Evelyn Spaghetti, just came to appreciate your T-shirt. Looking forward to the video for a family member starting out and to hear your story. Thank you. Catherine, ever heard of Catalonia being cured? I haven't. Have you? In fact, though, I think, let me just quickly check. Stand by. I'm just going to go onto my computer here and you're not seeing any difference. It's the same computer, but I'm just going to quickly have a look here. I don't know about Catalonia and what that is. I'm just going to bring this word up. But I have got a script currently in, what would you call it? Currently in development. About catatonia. That might seem strange to you guys. It seems strange to me too. Trust me. Apparently, catatonia is a condition where a person's movement, speech, or behavior becomes abnormal. Which is a bit strange. Studies have estimate that between 12 to 18% of autistic people may experience catatonia symptoms. Okay, movement, speech, or behavior. When I heard that word, I thought like people that are catatonic or something, but that they're frozen. But anyway, that's an interesting, fascinating topic. But yeah, lots of other ones in development. That sounds way more than it should sound. Whitney says there's a family you follow on Instagram, I think, and her son deals with the catatonia. Okay, there you go. Amanda, hey Amanda. Welcome and goodbye, I think, Amanda. Introvert on the spectrum, welcome. You've caught one. Good job. Kayla, like beans from Rango. Get your hands off my boots. I mean, yes and no. The way the character you described, and yeah, that's how I think of it. But I think that was more of a defense mechanism of that particular reptile or in whatever it was. But yeah, we'll learn together. Decay Studios. Welcome. Not too sure. I can't follow your comment. It's not your fault. It's probably my fault. Diversity. I'm just starting to produce content myself. Look forward to your new video. Oh, that's good. Happy to hear that. Hello, Orion. New sub here from California. Kiana, why? Thank you. Kiana, why so long? Robert, how is your son doing in school? Does he get in trouble? I've got two boys in school now. My eldest 10-year-old autistic son, does he get in trouble? Yeah, I mean, he gets in trouble or has run-ins or issues most likely most weeks, and all of them are autistic behavior. So, yeah, it's tricky. That's what you ask, is it, Kayana? I guess the question is, but Kayana, why? Today, by the way, can I say, for the kids' first day at school, it's around about the 35-degree mark Celsius. So that seems relatively hot in your conversion if you convert it, but 35 degrees Celsius on their first day of school, we're talking hot. Ryan, hi Ryan, love the content. Keep it up. Thanks, Ryan. Appreciate it. We are cursed? We are CRSD. We are cursed. I don't know. Hey, Ryan, firstly, thank you for being you. Thank you for being here. So it's minus 35 where you are right now. Is that what you're saying? So we're 35 degrees Celsius. That's in the 90s, right? Is that in the 90s? Mid-90s? I don't know. I think. Amanda, you're focusing on self-value and self-love through the month. Any suggestions on navigating the past without dwelling on the past? See that? Could you ask a bigger question? I've got to go now, but by the way, here's a question. It's just like the most psychologically significant question anyone could ever ask. But I just got to go in a couple of minutes. Amanda, you're killing me. You're killing me, mate. You're killing me. I mean, seriously. Jesus, Amanda. Come on, man. Hey, I've got to go. Oh, I've got to go. In 10 seconds, how do you navigate the past without dwelling on it? What the hell, Amanda? What is wrong with you? Jesus. All right, here's the thing. You can't navigate anything without dwelling on something, okay? To navigate something, you have to be in something, and you can't be in something that doesn't currently exist. You can be right now, which is which is right now. You cannot be in the future, and you cannot be in the past. Okay, so if you want to think about the past or think about the future, you can, but all it's doing is starving you of right now. So the first question is, well, but I've still got to deal with the past, trauma or experiences, and the question is, well, that's not for you to do alone. That's for you to do with, from my point of view, a healthcare practitioner. I personally, talk to a psychologist monthly. We talk through things. Being stuck in the past is actually physically impossible. It's also scientifically impossible. But the illusion you've created in your mind is you're stuck in the past. Now, just because things have affected you in the past, and may well have left a scar, doesn't mean that you can't continue your life because you're still alive. So yeah, bad things can happen, and regardless of how bad they are, just one degree or another, you are going to be able to heal and move on with your life. But again, it's all, from my point of view, it comes down to a mental thing. Do you mentally want to be stuck in the past? It sounds like you do. If you mentally don't want to be stuck in the past, get out of the past. How do you do that? Live in the now. Enjoy now. If it's about self-love and self-care and self-compassion, the first thing you should do to yourself is stop screwing yourself in your own mind. That would be a good start. Stop thinking about the past. You can't fix it. You can't go back. No one's going to come from the past and, hey, I'm back from that time and I'm so sorry. It's not going to happen, guys. It's not going to happen. You can acknowledge things that have happened to you in the past, but you can't be defined by them. This is what's ridiculous. I have had lots of loss in my life. I see people on TV on some shows, and someone might have passed or something, right? I watch a lot of crime shows, and they get very emotional, which I dig. But then they'll say things like, I'll never be able to live my life again, or my life ended that day, or, well, that's right because you said it did. But that's I had significant loss, and I've dealt with it and I've worked it out. But it's not like I've decided I'm dead now. Right? But the only way to do that, I think personally, is to tell your mind, that was shit. That happened. It effed me up. But I'm going to heal, and I'm going to move on, and I'm not going to be defined by that, because you can't go there. And from my point of view, let's just talk in scientific terms. This question triggered me, but not in a bad way. It just got me passionate, because autistic people have a different brain, right? A different mind, and it's quite logical in black and white. So from my point of view, quite often my black and white answer would be, well, shit, mate, how much longer do you propose you allow your mind to, constantly reopen all your wounds? They keep healing, and then you just rip them open, and they keep healing, and you just rip them open. How many more times? When is enough enough? It happened. Someone did it. They're horrible. You hate them. Who cares? It's done. You're just going to keep ripping them open and letting them heal again. I think the best thing that you can do for your own self-care and compassion is acknowledge it wasn't your fault. It wasn't your fault. You did nothing wrong. If you've had stuff in the past happen, stuff happened to you, and it's not going to define you, and you're going to focus based on compassion and love. You're going to focus on you and the now, not in the future. Like now, how do I feel healed and caring and passionate and happy now? That's in my opinion. Ernestine, afternoon. How you going? Coping okay with the heat? Yeah, it's bloody hot as all crap. I'll tell you. And the boys are first day at school, so hopefully they're doing okay. Faye, thank you. Good night. But honestly, can I say, I want to just quickly, whether that's scientifically, if you want to talk scientifically, there is no such place as the past or the future. There is no such place. There is just right now. And, that's it. That's it. So if there's just now, all you can really focus on is now. And if, for example, if I cut myself yesterday, right now, I have an injury. But I can focus on right now, my injury hurts, but it's getting better. Rather than right now going, just thinking about the injury, how did it happen? I guess that's the best way to put it. Living in the now is impossible for everyone, and even worse for autistic people. So that's why I try to use science. The bottom line is, mate, there just isn't a future and there isn't a past. You'll never get there. That's why in Australia there was a famous novelty pub, called the Ettermoga pub. Bloody classic, right? It was actually an upside down pub. So it was a real working pub that was upside down, and there was a sign out the front that said "Free beer tomorrow." Now, how many people do you reckon went there the next day? And what did they find? They found the same sign out the front that said "Free beer tomorrow." So they go the next day. What's the sign say? Do you see what I'm saying? I don't want to be Rocky Balboa here. It's Rocky, but it's not Rocky. It's Rocky, and I think it's Apollo Creed. Rocky's like, "I'm scared," or something of Mr. T, and Apollo Creed's like, "There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow." I think it's Apollo Creed. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, if you can't learn from a Rocky movie, you can't learn. Let's be clear. Anyway. Kayla, they built a structure that was a real proper structure, but aesthetically, design-wise on the outside, it was upside down. It looked upside down. I know that sounds ridiculous. So it was a pub, like an old school pub with a building and like a weird little roof, but the roof was anyway, you know what I'm saying? Bloody hilarious. Anyway, if you can't quote a Rocky movie and improve your life, you're not trying. Oh, Ryan, I don't do pubs. I don't do well in pubs, and I don't do pubs. Yeah. Yes, not my place. How do you drink your beer upside down, Tim? Very easily. From the roof. Hang on. Yeah, no, I like it. I like it. It's just you should Google search it. It's it was an institution. I think I tore it down. I could be wrong. I think it might have even been from a classic Aussie like cartoon, a comic cartoon in the newspaper or something back in the day. Artists on the spectrum, they tore it up. Are you referring to Ettermoga Pub? They tore it up. Is that right? It has been rebranded now, Buttercup's Jaws. Has it really? Huh. So you mean like they've completely changed the design? Or that's fascinating. Also great to see you and hear you. If you love pubs allowed, lots of people, yeah. And, people that are intoxicated can have no filter, be obnoxious. Whereas neurotypical people would say, people that become neurotypical people that become intoxicated become autistic. No worries, Amanda. Appreciate it. I missed what's on his shirt. What's on your shirt? So is it his or your? Hello, Autistic Jenny. Is it his or your? You're talking to me or about me? Pick. You pick. By the way, can I just give you the heads up, Jenny, before you go to dinner, or maybe you've had dinner? don't give me 2 days or 1 day, or don't give me 3 minutes and say, hey Ryan, you've got 3 minutes. Can you do something on my video? I need as much notice as possible. So if you haven't already, emailed me the exact details. No links to videos. I'm a huge YouTube superstar, Jenny. Text only, Jenny. In my email. Email me, text only. What you want me to talk about, what the topic or the question, exact text. I want to open the email, go, right, okay, record, here we go. Autistic Jenny video, here we go. 3, 2, you want to see what I'm saying? Are we clear, Autistic Jenny? Are we clear? Yes or no? For yes, say yes. For no, say no. A week, maybe in your life, maybe in your time. Sure, okay, maybe you did. That's not enough. I want whatever it is, I want it now. Yeah. Oh, my God. Groovy Lisa, hey. Pam, Stories for Humans, yo. Haley Dawn, your background has convinced me to purchase your book. I have a book? Wait, I'll be honest with you. The idea that you could even work out I had a book, I'm stumped. I'm absolutely bamboozled. You received your autism diagnosis on the second day of the year. Well, Happy New Year, my friend. Welcome. It's great to, and you've come to the right place, Haley. Trust me on that. I promise you, these people are the best. And the book, neither here nor there. But hey, if you want to grab it. Pam's Stories for Humans. I'm very bad at promoting myself and selling myself, so it is what it is. Your video with Jen that dropped today was epic. Thanks, Pam. I'm sure Jen will appreciate that too. But she can't be here. I made sure she was unavailable. Yeah, she's not here, which is good. I feel like this is progress. Progress made. Sorry, I'm just going to quickly, just 1 sec. Yeah, I'm just still doing a live stream. It's really good. People are saying really nice things. So I'm glad you can't be here. I'm saying this, by the way, live on a live stream so they can see me and hear me. But just want to make sure that you do not, by the way, you're not invited to come. So don't come. I'm just letting you know. Okay. I can't put her in timeout. That's the only issue. Groovy Lisa, I appreciate you being here. Autistic Jenny, you guess you should watch it. You guess you should watch it? Any dad who's enjoying the first day of school more, you or the boys? Me, I would think. In saying that, though, Hugo, the 5-year-old, was pretty happy. He was pretty stoked and excited, and there was no tears, which was amazing. Well, from him. And, yeah, so I'm enjoying it. There's no question about it. It's 12 p.m. and I go to the bus stop. Pick up the boys at about 4. So I'm thinking maybe I should spend the rest of the time between now and then on the couch watching some crime shows. So I haven't really done much for myself in a while, and I've literally worked all day so far. They left at 8 o'clock, showered, coffee, recorded the podcast, worked on some stuff, went to the shops, doing a live stream. Yeah. In for your love, I didn't know parents hated summer and winter school holiday break until recently as an adult. Roberta, thank you for being here. Autistic Tech, no tears yet because, remember it's just the first day. Sean, hey, here in West Texas, hit the low 80s Fahrenheit. In other news today, the bloody stupid groundhog told us it would be 6 more weeks of winter. Well, by the way, you're saying the low 80s in winter. That sounds like spring to me, or summer. But anyway, I know what you're saying. Jackie, just noticed you were scrolling on top chat. You know what? So am I. Let me fix that. Sorry about that. Do they have anything like Groundhog Day in Australia? Says Sean. Yeah, when Fatso the Wombat comes out of his underground bunker, if he comes out fat ass first, it's going to be a really hot summer. And if he comes out face first, it's going to be a really hot summer. I hope that helps. Any dad, understand, got 3 kiddos, 2 in high school. Well, God help me. Good for you. It is intense. Autistic Jenny, my son homeschools. I get no breaks. Huh. I don't know how you do that. I mean, you get breaks. I've seen your content, and he's not like in the background doing waving and stuff. So you'd get breaks, but I get what you're saying. I don't know how you do that. That's crazy. Sorry, they're popping up. I'm doing my best here. Brendan would like a copy of my book if it was bound upside down and in reverse, or as an audio book. I have a book. I have a one-off book I asked for, which is bound upside down and in reverse. I have that probably. That's why you're saying that. That's what I wanted every book to be like. So you'd open up the opening page and it's the end of the book and it's upside down. You got to turn it around. And anyway, that was not going to happen. They weren't going to let that happen. But anyway, I got one copy of it. As an audio book, give me some time. I'll try and work on it in 2025. Okay. But it could take me, anyway. Groovy Lisa, I need to check the book out. Well, thank you if you do. I appreciate your support. I'm so far behind, I'm just going to quit. I'm sorry. Autistic. Do I have a vacation in Melbourne? Well, I'm from the state Victoria that Melbourne's in, but a couple of hours away. A family member goes to university there. I went to university there too, Monash University. So yeah, there you go. The odd bowl. Hey, what do we got here? A southern voice, Jenny, you think? Yeah, I don't like to talk about the audiobook too much. It scares me. Sorry, Moon Fox, you're mentioning something. I did see something by someone else. I'm sorry I missed it. I don't remember what it was. Someone did ask me something about relationship. Was it relationship abuse and Cassandra syndrome? I'm sorry. Is it Leela? Leela Brown? Can you talk a little bit about Cassandra syndrome and domestic abuse? Domestic violence, Leela. Okay. The topic I've done some videos and podcasts on, so obviously you can check out my video library. There's plenty there. I hit the microphone, podcasts and stuff. But It's hard to know the situation you're talking about. Well, the fat ass. Fat ass wombat's the best joke you can ever get. Fatso. Fatso the wombat is like a famous Australian character, by the way. Fatso the wombat. It's an actual character, like it's famous. Anyway, Roy and HG. Don't start me on Roy and HG. Classic Australian comedians, legends. I was lucky enough to meet rampaging Roy Slaven. And that's not his real name, but that's his character name. At the what do you call it? The Aspect Awards night, and I got a photo with him. It was a highlight of my life. And they had Fatso the Wombat. They named Fatso the Wombat at the Sydney Olympics, and they're doing a TV show for the planet. Everyone, the athletes wanted tickets to their show more than any other ticket in Sydney. That's how funny they are. Anyway, all right, so. We were talking about this is the thing about the relationship abuse or the domestic abuse, domestic violence, that kind of stuff. It's hard for me to talk about because it's so broad. We're talking about, okay, so are you an autistic woman and a neurotypical partner? Are you an autistic man and a neurotypical woman? And the issue we're talking about there's too many possibilities. Who do you propose is being abused? Is the abuser? How does Cassandra syndrome come into play? It's such a wide-ranging conversation that it's impossible for me to talk about in a live stream, and I apologize. I think, I think there's no to even start. Neurotypical people have decided that Cassandra syndrome belongs to them, even though it's basically a metaphor, right? So it's like getting a metaphor and saying it only applies to me. That's bullshit. But with regards to being in an abusive relationship as an autistic person, you being the autistic person, that is highly likely. And abuse can mean many things. That is highly likely because chances are you probably are prepared to, give, sacrifice, lose, provide whatever is required to maintain relationships, especially autistic women more so. This actually came up in the video I did put out today. Seemingly autistic women tend to want to invest more and put more of an importance on maintaining relationships. Once they have a relationship or a friendship of some way, it must be maintained and kept alive, and they're really prepared to do anything. When I say anything, I mean at their peril, at their detriment. It doesn't matter. See autistic journey. And what that means is once that door opens, that slippery slide, the manipulation and taking advantage of can turn into much, broader, more serious forms of abuse. And the main concern is, as an autistic person, you've kind of, well, for starters, you've been brought up your whole life that not accepted and not, being rejected and really doing the best you can to bend and break and fit in. And the last thing you want to do is make trouble. And I think from that point of view, we're easy targets, and then people are going to prey on easy targets. And, some people will say, but you weren't diagnosed when we got married, when we got into a relationship. And, the issue with that argument is, a lot of late diagnosed, fell through those cracks because they had a capacity to reach stresses and demands in life. And then through life, at a certain point, they no longer could meet those stresses and demands. So some kids are diagnosed at 2 years, some kid 10 years, right? Why is that? High support needs, high care needs, less capacity. Not less autistic, less capacity to meet the daily stresses and demands. Some can make it to teenage years, to 20s. Some have to get married and have a kid, juggle a job and a kid and a partner, and they realize, this is not my capacity here. I've broken through the threshold. And then, and this is part of the diagnostic criteria, then, you know, you can no longer stay regulated and suppress your autistic self, which then can make the abuse more regular and stronger because the person is getting even more agitated or maybe they're just annoyed and pissed off that, you know, you've changed as a person and, you know, you saying you've got a diagnosis and you're different and all that kind of stuff. And they feel like they're losing even more control. So I think it's a really massively complicated conversation and story. But I think, yes, it's common. Clearly, we know why. It's not acceptable to allow it to continue. I mean, it's one thing to give people chances or opportunities to grow, but it's another thing to continue to put up with it because that's the way it is, I think. It's our mate Neela. Sorry, Neela. I always ask this question. Am I pronouncing it right? Like Neela or Nyla? Anyway, we've been emailing to sort out a chat together, but you have started a channel recently, and we talked about it and mentioned it to people. I said it right then, right, Neela? I said it right. And you've mentioned you've had an experience about a relationship that was abusive. Any men you've tried to get close to since have only further traumatized you. At this point, you're happy to be alone or with other neurodivergents. So there you go. You don't need me to answer these questions, is what I'm saying. Neela and Leela or Lila, again, I'm asking the same question. Leela, Neela, you can learn from each other, presumably there, or talk to each other. And I'm not doing great with the names, so I apologize. Yes, I understand, Sean. That's definitely a deal breaker for a lot of autistic people with regards to their own friends and family, like abusive relationships. Abusive relationships isn't just your partner. Far from perfect, given I said your name two different ways, and I'm apart from that, in no other way am I perfect. But thank you, Leela. In for love, your biggest struggles come from co-occurring conditions. That's possible. And if you haven't checked out Neela, Nila in the chat, her new autistic themed focused YouTube channel, you should definitely go and check her out. Do it right now and subscribe to her and check out what she's been doing. People are talking to Neela in the comments, which is fantastic. That's the best part of these things. I'd much rather just chill while you guys talk. My throat's going, man. You ramble like hell, dear Neela. Well, you don't ramble. You don't ramble. You talk. You are you, being you. I am such manic autistic energy. Yeah, definitely check her out, everyone. You are 100% you, and that's all you should be. If that is rambling, then ramble. I mean, I can guarantee you, and trust me on this, you can talk to the heads of anything, any platform you want. They're all going to say the same thing. The key to momentum and success is to truly just allow yourself to be yourself. Just be your unique, authentic self. That's my only advice. Leela Brown, Orion, watching you parent was heart healing. Oh, well, thank you. I'm a horrible parent and a horrible husband most of the time. No question about that, but I appreciate that. Yeah, just be yourself. Rejection, sensitive dysphoria too. Yeah, Neela, exactly. Inverloch just subscribed to your channel, Neela. So Inverloch, thank you. Oh yeah, that's right, Leela. My Hugo has a T-shirt that just says "ah." Every time he puts it on, he goes, "Daddy, what does it say?" And I've got to say it. I've got to yell it. Autistic Coder, keep talking about navigating neurotypical relationships. These are important discussions. I agree. And they're hard. I agree. D-blessed, neurotypical wife here. Neurotypical wife here. How do I manage with my large emotional needs but not wanting to overwhelm my autistic partner? Good question. Neela, only Conan, our 10-year-old, who has a diagnosis. Hugo, who's 5 and has just started school, so capacities to reach stress and demands, who knows, has no diagnosis of any kind. What was I saying? That's right. A question about emotional needs. It's a great question. So I guess it's like this. If you have a how can I explain this? If you have a 1 liter bottle of water and you know every day you need to drink 2 liters of water, why do you keep telling the 1 liter bottle of water you need double? Now, I'm not saying you should buy more water. I'm saying you're going to need to get the other liter of water from somewhere else. So an autistic partner may have 10%, 20%, 50%, 60%, 80%, 100% of the emotional needs you require to give you, or they may only be capable or able to provide you with 50% of what you need. But that isn't them being rude or bad partner or whatever. They're autistic. It is what it is. So the first step, and this is, I'm in no way trying to be like rude or offensive. I'm trying to help with just honesty because I have a neurotypical wife. The first step is listen. You know what you need. I know what I can give you. Some days less because of the capacity of this bloody family. You crazy bastards are killing me. And some days more. But I know what I can give you. This is what I can give you. Well, it's not that I need more. Great. Where can you get it? Can you get it through passions that you do, through forging friendships? You know, you may have friendships personally or work or, you know, do you want to go and socialize while I stay home? Like that's the only way I can kind of put that. What I'm trying to say is if you expect your autistic partner to ever be able to fully fulfill your needs when there's been no history of them ever being able to do that consistently, then you're fooling yourself. It's not going to happen. And don't talk about, oh, but when we first dated. No, there were no demands and stresses. That's different to when you're in a proper, like you're married, you have kids, you have a house, you have a job. That's different. So if you're a neurotypical partner and your needs aren't being met fully, and clearly I'm not talking about, you know, needs that would get into like cheating and divorce and stuff. I'm talking about, you know, just emotional needs. Just some people like socializing and friends and talking and that kind of stuff. That's all you can really do, except, you know, my partner has the capacity to provide this much. And if I still require more, you know, then how else can that be achieved? So through friendships, through, you know, joining groups, clubs, organizations where you can meet people and, you know, kind of have conversations that help you. I hope that makes sense. From my point of view, the key problem, and this is not about this, but D-blessed, thank you. The key problem isn't about D-blessed. The key problem in these, I get these all the time, is a neurotypical person wants to know, like, they're not, their needs aren't being met by their autistic partner. What do I do? And from my point of view, the first thing, the story I play myself in my head is a neurotypical person wants me to tell them how they can fix their autistic partner to give them more. When the actual answer is, you have to understand you are with an autistic person. This is how much they can give you. It is fluid and will fluctuate on a daily basis given that we are dysregulated. Okay. And you either have to find other ways to fill the rest of your cup up, or you have to be honest with yourself and honest with your partner. I mean, I'm black and white concrete. I am. That's right. I mean, if you have these much needs and your partner historically has always only been able to give you like half the amount of needs, and sometimes a bit more, sometimes a bit less, and you've realized that isn't enough for you, then I guess your relationship's over. Because the one thing you can't fix is an autistic person being autistic. Again, this isn't about you guys. I'm just trying to say, my brain can't think of any other answer. I guess you picked the wrong dude. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure my wife picked the wrong dude. I'm sure my wife picked the wrong dude. And trust me, I don't feel good about it. I'm constantly saying, you really need a real guy, a normal, everyday real guy. Legitimately. Neela, I get it. I appreciate you saying that. If that was about me, I don't think it's negative self-talk. In my instance, I think I'm just being, I'm reflecting honestly. I mean, honestly, there's nothing in my brain tells me it's negative. It's just pure honesty. When I say that, would a neurotypical man be a better dad or husband than me? Yes. Why? Because they're neurotypical. They can do more things than I can do, right? So they're not melting down every 2 minutes on the school holidays because they haven't had any alone time or any ability and they're dysregulated. Do you know what I mean? It's like, so, yeah. I think, it's one of those things where it's like Neela, you're saying, you feel like you, in a way, that you think that you're a crap partner. And that's because of what I'm saying, why I think I am. And I guess this is where it comes down to, well, are we telling each other the truth and accepting the reality, or aren't we? I think I think you're not a good partner is the wrong statement. I think it's more, you're not a good partner for situation, where the idea that you're not a good partner for anyone is wrong. Am I the best prospect for like to be a father and a husband than others? I think, well, no, I'm not. I'm sure there's people that are way better at me. But yeah, that's because it's really hard. Life is really hard when you have a family and as you age and you're autistic, and it's just the challenges and demands and stresses. And that's why I do these kind of things. That's why I have a YouTube channel. That's why I make videos, do live streams, so you guys can get together, chat in the comments, in the live streams. This is our tribe. That's what it's about. It's about finding a tribe. That's why, kind of like to talk about, the stars of Orion. We're all part of it. We're all part of it together. Yeah. I must have got sunburnt on the weekend when it was really hot. My ears feel really weird. Thanks, Ronnie. That means a lot, Ronnie. I appreciate it. I'm glad you've found us too. My Autism Life. Thank you. I really appreciate your support and your message. That's great. Thank you so much. So what did you say, Ernestine? Tocophobia? Neela, a mean-looking monster that just wants friends. Sorry for the Pokemon reference. Well, you don't have to be sorry here. There's a lot of Pokemon in this house with Conan. Trust me, we have thousands of cards. Conan's the kind of guy where he'll get a pack of Pokemon cards, he'll open them up. He'll find the epic if there's no epic card, like, I don't know what they bloody call it. It's like shiny and it's special. He'll go, there's nothing in there. Like, sorry, what? I paid $6 and that goddamn packet is empty. Are you saying they sold you a wrapper with nothing in there? Is that what you're saying to me? No, there's no good card. No good card? What do you mean? What do you mean no good? The man has boxes of Pokemon cards that are Pokemon cards in it's like a box rubbish heap. Unless it's a special shiny card, the kid's like, nah, I've got no need for it, mate. Nothing's in there. I mean, seriously. Oh, man. That's a good one, DJ Black. I like that. That's a good one. Yeah, you don't want to have any Pokemon cards in the bathroom. They pick at you in the shower. See, this is the problem. This is the problem with these types of jokes. I can't help myself. Neela, your daughter loves them too. How old's your daughter, Neela? How old's your daughter? Bring Pogs back. I think I remember those. It's funny because there's you get Pokemon cards in Happy Meals at the moment, and the boys, they're so judgmental. These aren't real Pokemon cards. These are McDonald's Pokemon cards. They're not real. What are you talking about? They can't rip them off. There's no special ones in here. My Autistic Life, wow. I don't even know how to unpack half of that. So you're transracial adoptee, mum of 5, raised in a Quaker family, trauma survivor, recovering alcoholic. That's a life. Nearly your daughter is almost 5. Well, there you go. Hugo, who's 5, turned 6 in May, just started school. Likes the packaging more than the cat. Hugo, our 5-year-old, in his room, he has legitimate piles of boxes. So when we get stuff, he wants the box. And so, mate, I can't even sit in your room anymore. Well, this is a fire hazard. We have to get some. What do you need? I build things and use them. And yeah, I can relate to that. There's no question about that. Always Autistic Neela, which is Nila, is the channel for Neela. She shows up here with the icon of Neela, but the channel is Always Autistic Neela. You got to sort that shit out, Neela. Come on, we've got to have the same. Click, there it is. Boom, there it is. Andrea, today's video had me wondering if my partner is only in love with my mask. Navigate that. Wowzers, Andrea. Wowzers. Quaker family, by the way, Quaker family doesn't mean you made oatmeal or porridge or whatever, does it? I'm not being a jerk. I'm not being a jerk when I say that. I don't know the difference. The oddball. I don't think a relationship should be something that causes stress every day, obviously, but I'm just stuck. I totally understand. Quaker meeting and society of friends. They don't call it church, they call it meeting. Wow. Neela, are you saying you want an autism reality dating show, or you're saying you went on? Because obviously we know love on the spectrum. But I realize the inherent disaster in saying that. Yes. Because Love on the Spectrum was in effect an autism reality dating show. But are you looking for something more reality dating show? Like, so you're looking for like the autism version of like The Bachelor, or the autism version of in Australia, Married at First Sight, or the autism version of Love Island. I just can't even imagine any of these happening. This would not work. Can you imagine? 20 autistic singles on an island with nothing but pools, alcohol, and snacks. And they're like, I don't swim. I don't like to get wet. What do we do now? Anyone got a device we can watch? Snacks are good, though. Let's just sit here and eat the snacks. The producers, this is dead air. I can't drink that alcohol. That's not my favorite brand. Oh, what the hell is this? Beer. That's not beer. Beer is the one I drink. Snacks. Make myself snort. And I know all these titles because I have a neurotypical wife. Hello. But yeah, brilliant. It's like, wait, so you want us to get in our, this is another Australian saying, get in our swimmers or our bathers, whatever you guys call the things you put on to get in the pool. You want us to get into those. You want us to get into the pool. You want us to get out of the pool, strut around wet in our swimmers, drink lots of alcohol, and then do what? You want us to do what? There's absolutely no what? Chicken nuggets and chips? Sure, one sec. Ginger beer is the best, by the way. Yeah. Legit proper Aussie ginger beer, Bundaberg ginger beer, like not ginger ale or Canadian dry, whatever the hell that's called, Canada dry, whatever the hell that's called, flavoured water. I'm talking about ginger beer, Aussie ginger beer from actual bloody ginger beer and sugar cane from northern Queensland. Yes, it's the shit. Trust me. By the way, back to the Love Island thing, is like, this would, you get alcohol, the pool, the snacks. I'd be that dude that walks up to the bar, right? Goes, yeah, g'day, mate. Can I get a triple shot latte, please? We're serving alcohol. Yeah, I just want a triple shot latte. I'll tell you what, you go back behind there and you make me a triple shot latte. Or I'm going to go to my room and, yeah. Love Island, autism. Exactly, Deborah. Oh, yeah, exactly. The autistic Love Island, like, exactly, all like the boys. You say, guys, you've been in the pool since breakfast. it's 10 to midnight. Not only can't I see where you are, but when I touch you, the majority of your skin ends up in my hands. It's time to get out. It's Love Island, but they're constantly in the pool. It's like watching a weird form of synchronized swimming, except nothing's synchronized. I mean, that is literally, I'm not even joking when I say that is literally part of your body. Your body still from, crawling out of the ocean, coming into all these different creatures eventually. I mean, your body is still programmed. This is not a joke. Your body is still programmed once it has been submerged or in water for a certain period of time. I think it's usually I don't think it's very long, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Your body is programmed to say, okay, this is my new home. I must alter my skin. And that's what, when you say your skin starts to look like a prune or prawn or whatever it is, weird, right? And they're like, it looks weird. That's your body actually doing its job. Your body actually thinks, this is my new home in water, I must adapt. And it starts to do it on your skin. And that's, freaks me out. Anyway. Yes, the metamorphosis, exactly. And Deborah, you're absolutely right. Once you get them out of the pool, then you navigate a series of minefields that end in nothing but basic meltdowns. Getting the towel on, right? I'm cold and wet. Yeah, that's right. You're in the pool all day. That's why I presented you with a goddamn towel. Okay, I'm still cold and wet. Yeah, that's right, because you've still got your swimmers on, mate. All right, I'll take them off. Can't take them off here, champ, because look around you. This isn't a nudist colony. We're on holidays. Let's go inside. Let's go inside and take them off. And I'm not going to take them off now because we're inside. What do you mean not going to take them off? You're inside. I'm cold. Okay, let's go to the bathroom. We'll turn on the shower. You can get in the shower with your swimmers. Keep the towel on if you want. Once you're warm, take your swimmers off, shower yourself off. I'll get you a new towel. That'll be mine. My towel's gone now, by the way, guys. I've sacrificed my towel on day one. There's no more towels coming. Then you're going to get dressed. And then you're going to, after the whole time, yelling and screaming at me, probably punching me. I've finally got you out. You're dried and dressed. I'm about to have a breakdown. Next thing you know, I might just sit on the couch and on my iPad for a while. What just happened? You just put me through hell. And now, no, everything's okay. Everything's okay. Nothing to see here. I mean, seriously. God help me. That's why they stay in the pool all day. I'm scared to get them out. If I get them out, I've got to reapply sunscreen. That's not going to happen. What are you, crazy? What are you, nuts? We might as well go to nudist colonies with an impenetrable roof with artificial lighting that won't burn. Just let the dudes go. This is autistic Love Island, by the way. Now, I know it doesn't make any sense, but basically no clothes, right? And if you want to be warm, you put on a bloody blanket or a towel or something, and you just go from place to place. I mean, it's seriously. I swear to God, when I do this, I actually can remember holidays. I've never remembered a holiday that wasn't like that. What do you mean? What do you mean you don't want to take your Crocs off at the beach? Because I'll get sand on my feet. Okay, do you realize Crocs are open shoes? You probably should have said that before we left. What's wrong now? The sand's in my Crocs. I just told you, man. I just told you, dude. I said the sand's going to get in you. It's an open shoe, mate. You got to take your shoes off, and it just is what it is. Like, I don't like that. The sand's hot. Walk down to the sand that's wet and cold, buddy. It's like the sand's wet and cold here. What am I trying to? You help me help you, buddy. You help me help you. The sand's hot. The sand's dry. The sand's wet and cold. What do you want me to do? It's sand. Go in the ocean. Go in the ocean. Get in the water. Ooh, it's wet. It's the ocean, mate. It's cold. Again, it's the ocean. It would cost a bloody fortune to heat the ocean. It's, woo! Holy hell. I mean, seriously, to get from a pool, like in a resort, to get from a pool to your room could take us, I don't know, an hour or 5 seconds. Why is that? Nudie run. I swear to God, the kids will get out of the pool. They'll be freezing. They'll get their towel. They'll put it around to keep them warm. Now they're pissed off their towel's wet. It's like, that's what a towel's for, buddy. You use a towel to dry yourself, mate. That's what a towel's for. I want a dry towel. Yes, that's right. I presented you with a dry towel to dry yourself. You did it, and now it's wet. That's what happens. I don't like the feeling of my wet swimmers on. They were wet in the pool. You've been in there for 7 hours. What do you mean you don't like the feeling of wet swimmers on? What was happening in the pool for the last 7 hours? You were wet. Yes, I know, but I don't like them. I'm wet. I've got to take them off. You can't see these people here? They're people that paid money to be here too, buddy. And they don't want to have a look at 2 naked kids running through the pool area. So can we just I'll carry you. I'll carry you, buddy. If that needs be, I'll carry you. Whatever. Let's go. Swimmers off, run. 2 nudie runs. Sorry, guys. By the way, I wouldn't say that. My wife's saying that. I would be so autistic at this point. I reckon I've gone in the opposite direction. So now I've got 2 naked kids running towards the room. I'm now on with the house key. Renee's apologising to all the guests, and I'm halfway to the next suburb. I'm like, I'm out. I can't do this shit. I'm out. And I'm talking. I'll see you at dinner. I don't know what to say. That's literally what would happen. And I'll come back in 6 hours and I'll have 4 towels. And I'll go, you know what? I'm going to need an hour's alone time because I had to talk to the people at reception to get the towels. Hi, sir. How can we help you? Oh, can we get some more towels? And I'm thinking to myself, there's going to be questions. Oh, you need more towels, you sir? Well, why do you need more towels? Because my towels are wet. I need more towels. There's just towels around the corner. Oh, so I didn't have to come here at all. Thanks for telling me. Now I've got to talk to someone for no reason when there's a bloody towel rack. Thanks for telling me. All good, whatever. You know what? Stuff it. Wow. Yeah. Now, how good are holidays? Can't wait. Can't wait for holidays in the winter when we go to a warm place. It's going to be so good. And I like getting in the ocean or getting in the pool and swimming like the best of us. As long as it's no more than 5 minutes. I'll get in the pool with the boys. Like, oh, Daddy, come in the pool and we'll go on the water slide and you can catch me, right? I'll catch them. No worries, guys. No worries. I'm in the pool. 5-10 minutes have gone by, and all I'm thinking about is, how quickly do you think I can get out of this situation? Oh, what do you reckon it takes for me to say, look, Renee, do you mind staying in the pool with them for the next 4 hours? I'm going to go back to the room and I'm just going to sit on the couch. Is that okay with you? Yeah, that's literally. Oh, my God. Now, Autism Cruise, Neela, the issue with Autism Cruise is there's a couple of – I've got many issues. I mean, I've got issues with everything in life. So let's just start with this issue. Okay, for starters, you've got a group of autistic people and you've trapped them on a floating hellhole with no way of getting off until they're told, we're here, get off. Now, that's the first issue. You got a group of autistic people stuck on a floating hell hole. What about that is good? Right? Seriously. And then when they want to get off, sorry, sir, we're still on our way to a destination, right? Can't get off. When they get to a destination, they say, we're here, everyone off. Autistic people go, don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me what to do. I'm not getting off because you said we're here. No, stuff you, I'm staying on. I'll go later, right? And when by the time you realise, I might go now, they go, oh, it's time to go. What do you mean it's time to go? We're off to the next destination. But I didn't go to this one. You got your shared bloody pools and toilets and restaurants, and that's the other thing with cruises. If you go to like restaurants and stuff, you're going to see the same people. and they're going to want to start to talk to you and be friends. I didn't go on a cruise to start to talk to people and be friends. I went on a cruise, I don't know, to eat and do not much. You see what I'm now? I've got to talk and be friends with people. It's like stuff that. Plus, there's all that crap on cruise ships. Exactly. I mean, if you can go on a cruise ship without getting explosive gastro, then you, my friend, are one in a billion. Okay, so yeah, that's not going to happen for me. Oh God, can you imagine? I mean, honestly, can you imagine? Yeah, there's only one group of people that would get on less over a long period of time stuck together than autistic and neurotypicals. And that, my friend, is only autistic people. You would shit the shit out of me. I would shit the shit out of you. We'd want to kill each other after day 2. We'd never talk again. Oh, God. Bring it on. Bring it on. Honestly, I can imagine after night 2 dinner and a couple of drinks, there'll be a lineup to my table, and all you're doing is lining up to say everything about me you think shit. That's it. Like, why me? The only person we all know. Thanks. Oh, God. My autism life. We're having fun here. Thank you. I don't know if you've ever seen Titanic, the Leo DiCaprio. I mean, I don't know if you've ever seen that, and the scene when people are just ransacking the boat to get off without any care or interest in anyone else. That, my friends, is the most accurate portrayal of day 2 of an autism-only cruise that is in no trouble of any kind. Just like, stuff this, I'm out. You're out. Well, I'm coming. You're not coming, mate. That boat's mine. That boat has 20 people on it. Well, it's mine. Oh, God. It's like, make that movie. Autistic Titanic. This summer, nothing was wrong with the boat except 2 autistic people met. Oh, my God. It's funny because it's true. All right. It's been an hour and 27 minutes. It's getting late for you guys. It's 1 o'clock for me. I should give you guys a break. A break from me and a break from you and a break from everyone. But in saying that, guys, I do appreciate each and every one of you being here. It's bloody awesome. Cryptic Autistic Hate. And really, Kiana, why are you still here? I appreciate you being here. But yeah, thank you, everyone. Dreaming Aurora, thank you. Jackie, thank you for being here. Thank you for everyone for being here. I really appreciate you all. Thank you for Whitney, as your help as always, and Amanda when you were here, asking me serious philosophical questions in 10 seconds. Neela, please remind me. I'll forget. So, Neela, email me and remind me about recording something. Sorry. Tamba, thank you for being here. You like the shirt? Yes, thank you. I appreciate it. It's a thumbnail, isn't it? Anyway. Have a great week, my friends. I hope you enjoyed my video that got put out today with Jen from Neurodivergent, and we'll talk soon. I am finally back into real-world action after the 2-month summer holidays is over. Woo! Celebrate, my friends. Celebrate. Collaborate. Okay, I'm out. I'm so glad, by the way, that she couldn't come, Jen from Neurodivergent. I made this time just for that. How good is that? It's so worked. Sucked in, Jen, if you're watching this in replay. All right, guys, catch you later. See you, Pam. See you, everyone. Bye.